What is equity? What's your personal balance sheet? And what should your equity and your personal balance sheet be in your 30s? If you're a 30-year-old in Finland, chances are you'd have left your parents' home around 10 years ago. If you're in Malta, chances are you're reluctantly packing your bags to leave. By age 30, you're older than 40% of the population. We typically have a lot of expectations on who we should be or what we should have accomplished by the age of 30. As for me, at age 36, I still haven't found the way to pronounce the word quinoa, whatever. But I sure know my amount of equity, and you should too. Now first, let's clarify what equity even means. Equity is part of your personal balance sheet. A balance sheet is an accounting equation that could change your outlook in life. This is the reason why accounting and financial literacy should be compulsory subjects in schools and at university. But they are not. So you're here with me now. Equity is what you own, your assets, less what you owe, your liabilities. It's the total value of your house, cars, your investments, your cash, your collection of Iron Maiden vinyls, less your liabilities. Liabilities include credit card debt, personal loans, your mortgage, and the ridiculous buy now pay later scheme that you paid to purchase your new iPhone and you're blissfully unaware that it's costing you a bomb. So that means your equity is not just the stuff you have, because you could own, say, 1 million in cash and investments. But if you also owe 1 million in debt, you're kind of in the same place. You're broke. Let's also clarify that your equity has nothing to do with your income. Just because you have a high income doesn't mean you have a high equity. And just because your income's low doesn't mean your equity is low. Now sure, a bumpy salary might help you build your equity, but only if you're doing the right things with money. And if you want to do the right things with money, just follow and subscribe to my channel. So, are the 30-something-year-olds we're talking about today doing the right things to build their equity? We don't have any European statistics showing what people's equity is by age 30. But in 2020, the median net wealth for the lowest fifth of the Maltese population was 14,800, while that of the wealthiest 10% stood at 1.2 million euros. This is a shocking statistic which reveals shocking inequality. But let's stay with our 30-year-olds. If we go to the US, the average equity for Americans by age 30 is $8,000, according to Financial Samurai, which is sad. Not to mention, you probably spent around 10 years working at this point. So, where should you be financially by age 30? There's actually no exact figure because everyone's individual circumstances are different and winning can vary for each and every one of us. But let me play out an A+ scenario to give you a picture of where you should aspire to be. So let's imagine you have a paid-for car, you started your career at age 24, and your salary is around 25,000 euros a year. You've also started investing 15% of your income. So let's start on the asset side and let's go with real estate. Say because you're debt-free, you're able to save for a 30,000 euro deposit and to buy an apartment that's worth 300,000 euros. Now over time, let's say that apartment rose in value to a modest 310,000 euros. You have a total of 310,000 in real estate assets. You're slowly repaying your mortgage and your loan balance stands at around 260,000 euros. So your liabilities are 260,000 in real estate loans. Now let's assume you have a current account with 1,000 euros in there. We're going to add that to the asset side. You already have an emergency fund of 3 to 6 months your expenses, which we're going to assume at 5,000 euros. So savings accounts, 5,000 euros. Now, you've been investing 15% of your monthly income between the ages of 24 and 30. With an average rate of return of around 8% per annum, we're going to say you have a balance of 27,000 euros invested. And that's assuming you never got a raise. So now we'll add 27,000 to our asset side. Let's now say you have a paid-for 2014 Volkswagen Polo as a car. That's currently worth around 5,000 euros. Please note that I know absolutely nothing about cars, nor am I at all interested, especially if you look at my own vehicle. So we're going to add your car as an asset, even though owning a car is more of a liability than an asset. But if we were to sell our car tomorrow, you could technically earn around 5k for it. What about our other assets? This could be the value of your antiques, cash, any other investments, and we're going to imagine this is worth 4,000 euros at the moment. Alright, so we've added all our assets, all our liabilities, and let's now see what balance of equity we come up with. 92,000 euros! Now that's an A+ scenario, and that's assuming you did all the right things with your money in your 20s. Now don't freak out if you're not an A student. Maybe you're more of a C+ student, or maybe you're even the type whose dog always ate their homework. Regardless of what your past is, it's very important for you to have an idea of your personal balance sheet, which I stress again, you should have been taught at school and at university. But I'm showing you now. so there's no excuses. Knowing your equity will help you measure and take steps to improve your financial situation. It'll help you start working towards your financial goals and seeing what challenges you're up against. So if you want to learn about what actions you can take to improve your financial future, just hit follow and subscribe. Also, let me know in the comments below what type of financial questions you want me to answer.